Huh. I wonder what'll happen next. Interesting. Oh, and don't worry. You're not looking at this in reverse. That wasn't backwards. That's Japanese manga. Let's take a look at some American manga. It's not backwards either. Wait a minute. But this is a comic. And this?
Manga.
Comic.
Manga.
Comic.
Manga.
Comic.
Manga.
Comic.
Manga.
Comic.
Manga.
What? What? My hair is so stupid right now, and it's not. I mean, it's doing this thing. Well, I guess it's appropriate since we're talking about manga. Alright, so it's commonly believed that manga and comics are just not the same. This false dichotomy has plagued the medium for far too long, so hopefully we can make clear what is manga and what is a comic, and what makes them different when they're not actually different. Why is it that when I ask you, hey, what's your favorite manga, you might give me an answer like, Dragon Ball or One Piece? Why is it that when I ask you what your favorite comic book is, you might give me an answer like Batman or Dark Horse, Marvel, Image? Let's take a look at the word manga. Manga is comic, you know, much like Calvin and Hobbes or Dilbert or Garfield or Peanuts. Though, I think a lot of people misunderstand manga being its designated genre from purely the aesthetic. And you know the manga aesthetic, you know, you got the crazy hair, the crazy outfit. But here's the thing though, look at comics and you can find the crazy outfits and whatnot. You know, they're everywhere. But I guess I understand the aesthetic of the artwork, the way that characters are drawn and designed. For the most part, we know the difference. You can take a look at something like the magnificent and masterful Calvin and Hobbes. You could look at that and you could say, hey, what if that's in black and white? What happens then? Check it out. Oh man, it kind of looks like manga, doesn't it? And we don't have to imagine that either, because guess what? They're in black and white and have tones, dude. But we don't call it manga. For some reason, there's this false narrative. Something that is quite common. Here's my point. Manga are comics. Comics are manga. But we still distinguish them based on the aesthetic and the art style. But even within manga, speaking now about the Japanese manga, we see variety in art style. A lot of manga look like American comics or Western comics. A lot of Western comics can look like manga. A huge example that I will bring up is Todd McFarlane, who's gone on record and has said that his art style has inspiration from manga. Does that mean that there is this separation of the two? Or is this just one medium? Comics. Now here's the thing. I understand. If I say manga, the things that come to mind aren't Batman or Superman or Spider-Man. The things that come to mind are the Japanese art-styled comics, you know, manga. Even though I am saying that both are the same, I still find myself distinguishing the two, because if I don't, the majority of people don't understand what I'm talking about. There is no difference. Comics are comics. However, the difference between aesthetics, see, that's the key, and that's my point. So, manga aesthetic, I get you, I understand. I get it. So when I say that I love reading comics, I'm including both manga and Western comics. Why? Because that's what they are. I mean, take one of the most popular companies to have published manga. Guess what they got on the spine of their books? That's right. Jump Comics. Think about that. If you enjoy reading comics, consider subscribing to Saturday AM. What is Saturday AM? Well, Saturday AM is a manga anthology. Did I just use manga and comics interchangeably? Ooh. What's really cool about Saturday AM is that they're bringing diversity into the medium of comics. You got creators from all around the world making these comics and putting them together into this awesome anthology. They got like over 100 issues of their digital magazine, and you could subscribe for as low as $5 a year, bro. But just for $5, dude. What? Come on. And right now, they got their summer event going on called Summer of Manga, when you got even newer creators coming in and publishing their comics. And guess what? I am one of them. I got my own manga being published on Saturday AM soon. Dude, if you're looking for some pretty cool manga, I suggest Saturday AM. You got Apple Black, you got Saigami, you got Hammer, you got Titan King, you got Clock Striker, you got multiple MWOG, and I totally recommend it. They're awesome stories. Their characters are so unique and have diverse backgrounds, and the creators are from all over the world, dude. And it's definitely a testament to how manga isn't strictly a Japanese medium, because manga is just comics in Japanese. The word comics. So there is no bigger example that I could think of than Saturday AM. So if Saturday AM sounds really cool to you, click the link in the description and subscribe, man. $5 for a whole year. $5 freaking dollars. Do it. So let me know what you think about manga and comics and what makes them different and distinct for you. And if not, why do you think they're the same? I'm Riconius, and I appreciate you. See you next time.